Hi everyone. Okay, so this is part 2 of Geometry and Measurement, set 2 again. So this is what is due tomorrow. So you had to do all 20 problems this whole week, and you got it on Monday, so make sure that you have this ready to go and that you understand it. Again, you're putting check marks that I do understand it, a question mark, I think I get it, but I have to take some time to think about it. A dash, I have no idea. See, this is I know it. I think I know it. And this is no idea. You have no clue how to solve it, okay? So go through, you were supposed to, on Monday, skim through it and then count the number of check marks, question marks, and dashes that you have so that you know what you need to focus on, and then when you get the sheet tomorrow, you'll be able to make your calculations. All right, so let's take a look at this one here. In which table are the shapes correctly categorized? So I need to know that they are correctly, so they're in the right order. Okay? All right, so let's look at this first one. First column is polygon, then rectangle, and quadrilateral. All right, so to define a polygon, I remember that a polygon has all straight edges, or straight lines, edges, all straight lines. It's also a closed figure. Well, look at here, saying that a circle is a polygon. So I already know that this is not correct. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Okay, B, polygon. All right, so this is correct so far. Square is a polygon and a parallelogram. Remember, if you forgot what a parallelogram is, it means that it has two parallel lines. This means parallel. That's two sets. 1, 2. Okay? All right, so these are correct. Here, a square is a rectangle. That's correct. Don't forget that a square is like a rectangle because it has 4 sides and all angles are 90 degrees. But a rectangle is not a square. Okay? All right, so that's correct. It's also a quadrilateral, and don't forget that a quadrilateral means that it has 4 sides. It's a figure or a shape with 4 sides. So a square has 4 sides, that's right, and a parallelogram has 4 sides, so this is right. So it looks like it's going to be the right answer. Okay, so this is correct. So far, so good, but we also know that a square is also like a rectangle. And this is right and this is right, but it's missing this one, so this is not a possibility. And again, here they categorize as a circle as a polygon, and that's not right. So our correct answer is going to be B. I want you to notice the writing that I put on my paper. You need to make sure that you're following the same format. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly the way I have it, but you need to be talking to yourself as you're doing the work so that your brain can sort what the information is about. And maybe you have a different strategy to find the answers. That make sure that you are documenting it on your paper so that your brain is being reinforced of what you know. Does that make sense? Okay, great. I'm so glad it does. All right, let's go to number 2. With number 2, the ordered pairs below represent 3 vertices of a trapezoid. Okay, so I have 3 vertices. Okay, it means that point. Remember, where 2 line segments join together to form an angle. All right, so the question is which ordered pair would represent the 4th vertex of this trapezoid? Okay, so we're going to find the shape of a trapezoid. Trapezoid has only one set of parallel lines. Again, remember when it's like this, railroad tracks, parallel. All right? And it's also a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, which means it has 4 sides. All right, so now let's go ahead and plot my numbers. I am going to, first things first, now, find right now, practice on that strategy that's going to help you remember on star day how to label your information. So for me, immediately X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. I know my X, I walk, my Y, I climb. So I'm going to put my X, walk, Y, climb. Now this helps me remember. I'm done. That took what, less than 12 seconds, 10 seconds? Wasn't very long. Now I'm ready to plot. I'm going to go to my point of origin. I'm walking over 2, and I'm going to climb 7. So here is my 2, and I'm at my 7. Is that the right one? It's kind of confusing. I probably have to get a straight edge. And there we go. I don't want to connect any lines yet because I'm going to form a trapezoid. Okay, so 6. So I'm walking over to my 6, to the right side of the point of origin. Remember, if you're not sure, this is the point of origin. Starts with 0. So it's 6 and 1. So I'm coming up to 6, and I'm running over to my 1, and I plot it right here. All right, next one is 6, 9. So now I'm going to go all the way up to my 9 on the x-axis of my 6. So there's my 9 for my y. You notice that this is already marked here. So if circling those, I just now noticed it. See, if with myself, I didn't notice it. For me, it's easier for me to mark it down on my paper, and then my eyes and my brain registers it. However, for you, it may be different. For you, it may be that you circle the X and circle the Y so that you know you're going to walk across on the X-axis. So that could be the way your brain is working. So you have to figure out which way is going to be best for you. All right, now I'm going to plot my 3, 2. My 3, and I'm coming up to my 2. All right, so next thing I'm going to do, let me get a straight edge. My ruler's gone, my ruler's gone. All right, so I'm going to get a straight edge. I'm going to go ahead and connect this ordered pair to this ordered pair. I'm going to connect this ordered pair to this ordered pair. And then I'm going to see where else I need to connect, because then it's going to be, I have to bring this across to wherever my point is. So I'm looking at my 3, 2. Sorry about that if it's confusing. Can I join this together here and then here? Does that make a trapezoid? So I'm going to place it like this so that I can actually see it. Do I join this point here and then this here? Does that make a trapezoid? No. It's like a cut off. So I'm even going to put it like this, just so that I can see it. Is that a trapezoid? Nope, not at all. So I know that this 3, 2 is not going to work. I'm going to go to my 6, 1. So I can't keep that point there because it's going to be just like this. And it looks like it's going to make a scalene triangle, because all 3 sides are not measured the same. So that's not going to work. Okay, 2, 3, you know what? And then my brain is automatically wanting to say, mark these, and I forgot to do it. So now I'm going to do it real quick. So whatever works for you, again, find that strategy. All right, so now I'm going to 2, 3. So I'm going to walk across my 2, and I'm going to climb 3. And my 3 is right here. All right, so now I'm going to take my straight edge, turn it to the side. If I put my line here and then join it here, do I have a trapezoid? Because I have to be on the same line segment, right? Yep, that looks like a trapezoid to me, but let's check the other point. It says 3, 7. So, oops, right here. All right, so that point was not going to work at all. And the other one was, I duplicated it here. So the correct answer is C. My 2, 3 is the point that I need. All right? But look at the work that I showed. Now, if I made a mistake, can I easily go back and check, where did I go wrong? Did I label it correctly? Did I walk on my x-axis? So that makes it easier. Does that better understand? Remember, find what's going to work best for you. You know your brain. You know how it works. And some of the strategies that we've done in class may not work for you, but you may have a better way of solving it. All right? And then stick to that and keep practicing it so that you remember that you get that in a routine. All right, let's go on to number 3. Kelly purchased a box to pack some items. The volume of her box is 210 cubic inches. Which model would represent Kelly's box? So I know that the volume is length times width times height. Remember, you're going to have your chart as well. So let me grab that real quick. All right, so remember, you're going to have this on the star, so don't forget to pick it out or tear it out of your booklet. You can tear that out of your booklet, and it's not going to matter. All right, so I'm going to look for volume, and volume for a rectangular prism is length times width times height. I know the volume already, so it's going to be 210. Now I need to find out which one of these. Is it 7 times 6 times 5? Does that equal to 210? Or is it 3 times 5 times 9 equals to 210? So I'm going to start working out each problem. So I know that 7 times 6 equals 42. 42 times 5. And that's going to equal 5 times 2 is 10. Carry my 1. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1 is 21. Well, what do you know? It's I got that one on the first try. You're not going to always be so lucky. So make sure that you try it out. A cube. All right, so I'm going to say something really quickly on this one here. All right, you ready to listen? I'm so glad. All right, so on the other homework that we had for set 1, it had given you, it had just mentioned it was a cube, and it only gave you one measurement. Remember, find a way that's going to help you remember the attributes of a cube. If you notice, all sides are equal. So if you're given only one measurement, then you know that the measurement for the length, you'll know the measurement for the width, and you know the measurement for the height. Same thing as a square. If you're only given one measurement for the square, then you know the measurement for the length, the width, so you can figure out the perimeter because all the sides are going to be equal, which remember you're adding up all the sides because you're going to walk around it. And you also know the area because you're going to multiply the length times its width. So find a way that's going to help you remember that a cube and a square have the same, their sides are equal. Okay, all sides are equal. All right, so I have 64 plus 6. I said plus, didn't I? 8 times 8 is 64 times 8. Well, if I were to estimate this, I have no idea what this is. What is going on? Okay, not sure what happened. This is going crazy on me. And I really need to have these little pop-ups stop. I don't even know why they started and how they even got into my system. All right, so now let's try this one more time.